Alright, so next part here, I'm taking again 2000 grit sandpaper, and I douse this thing with WD-40. And I'm just gonna get all the rough edges out along the spine. Yeah, I'm gonna clean that up later. This oftentimes bugs me, drives me crazy how when it comes from the factory it's kind of a sharp edge. Yeah, that's a lot better. Also, which side was it? Okay, it's this side. Where even though this knife is old and had a lot of good use, right near the pivot, it's got some little bit of a bite to it. So you see how I just kind of smoothed that part out. I took the sandpaper and I folded it over a couple times. So what that actually does is it creates a little bit more cushion on the sandpaper. So then when I take my thumb in there, just actually kind of some good pressure. Just twist back and forth really gently. And between the twisting and the cushion on the sandpaper, it kind of chamfers really nicely right where the pivot is. I think I'm going to do that on this side too. It'll create like a super smooth action when we put everything back together. So again, I just douse this with WD-40, which we're going to clean all the WD-40 off later, because if I leave the WD-40 on, that's just going to wreak havoc on this knife after the WD-40 sits for a while. Let me check under. I'm not really holding this knife very good. There we go, that's safer. And I'm going to press here on the bottom of the tang, come in at a 45-degree angle, like right over this factory edge. Actually, let me see if I can show you guys this way. Yeah. Yep. That's really nice. All right, now I know a lot of you guys probably going to disagree with this, but I think it's actually really good for the knife. Is you feel right here. Right here, I'll show you. Right where I'm touching the sandpaper to the tang, right where the lock meets the tang of the knife, I'm going to take my sandpaper. And coming straight out, not going this way first, because that'll just rip the sandpaper up. But we're just going to take this edge, take it back a tiny bit, being really gentle here, and come at a slightly different angle. All right, now we're ready to kind of come this way to smooth out any unevenness. So let's go this way. I'm going to take my sandpaper, just going to smooth this part out ever so slightly, and to finish it off, I'm going to sand the same direction that the lock will meet. All right, let's check back here. That's good. Kind of knock these edges down. That's good. Let's see if the jimping, smash that sandpaper a little more. Knock any edges down on the jimping. Where's an angle you can see that at? There we go. Ooh, I can feel that. That's like rough. It's really catching on the sandpaper, which is good because that means that the sandpaper is then going to knock the edges down a tiny bit more. Okay, just each one, each little jip, just a tiny bit. I think I just accidentally skipped one there. All right. I'm gonna come on this side of the jipping. Just knock the edges down a tiny bit. Nice and chamfered. Actually, you know what? I think I did a tiny bit scratch up the knife. So we're gonna take this sandpaper, just smooth out any horizontal scratches. Essentially gonna re-scratch this knife vertically. Let me get over here. Yeah. That's awesome. Just amazing. All right. I'm gonna wash off this WD-40 now.